Hi, ladies. So, this episode is really juicy and really important again, right? This is one of also the foundational episodes where we start differentiating and being into our feminine energy. Okay. And I know there's so many things going on. So, I'm just going to start taking each step and going deeper and deeper into this subject, having studied feminine embodiment coaching, having studied polarity and doing my own research and from different coaches, it's like this is really the difference between attracting a healthy, committed masculine man and really receiving that masculine leader that you want in your life, that you want to feel free and you want to be yourself and you want to be in your body, not always in your mind, thinking, trying to figure it out, which leads to burden and overwhelm and anxiety and stress, where our magnetism, our energy is depleted. It's no longer turned on. It's just blah, right? So we don't want to feel like that. And this episode is all about becoming magnetic, becoming a magnet when you are dating specifically, especially in the dating stages with men, okay? Because I see this come up and I really want to empower you, give you the tools to stay grounded and rooted in yourself, stay in that magnetic energy, in your divine feminine energy that you are. And everything is from within out. Okay. My style of coaching is you really want to be in your power. We want to start not being a victim to life, victim to things, be heavy or hard. I do not want things to be heavy or hard at all till this day. So I really want to take to the root of the cause, shift what's within us. And then that way we can create just a lighter experience, a more fun experience and an empowered experience within yourself. So you can create difference. So you can feel better about yourself in the process too, right? Not let it be this heavy, hard, and we're talking again. And I had to tell him again. And we had to do all these. It's like, it's just so much work, such heaviness, and nobody has time for that, right? Especially if you're a single mom and you're dating and you're having a career and you're dating. It's like nobody has time for that. So I really want to give you the tools that will help you stay in your power, especially when you're in the talking stages, you're in the dating stages, meaning, and I do want to preface this, we're not in sexual interaction with them. We're not in physical interaction with them. We're just talking, we're getting to know them, we're dating. It's dating. We do not have sex without exclusivity, and that's in another episode if you really want to have a healthy, committed masculine partner. And we're just getting to know one another, okay? And most importantly, you're getting to know yourself in this process. So becoming a magnet to the love life that you want really requires you to stay rooted and grounded in who you are, in your magnificence, in your radiance, in your magnetism, in your aliveness. A strong and powerful woman is a happy and fulfilled woman. Your magnetism, your power, your impact to change others comes from your being as a woman. And there's a big difference here between men and women. And I do want to say this because it's super important in the difference of genders and energy that we both have within ourselves. But if we're coming from a gatherer and a hunter perspective, is your worth, your energy for men, it's in your doing, right? Are you bringing in the meat? Are you bringing in the lion? Are you bringing in something for the family to cook? And so it's in his doing, it's in his work, right? In his mission. And what does he stand for? What is he going after? What is he creating and building for that family that he wants to have? For a woman, it's different. It's a lot different. And these gray areas nowadays of modern living, it makes it harder for women to stay in their feminine because they have to do both. They're now having careers, they're working 9 to 5, they're maybe being single moms. So now you're in your doing, right? You're bringing home the bacon, but you also wanted to be taken care of and be able to let your hair down and feel free and relaxed and just let frickin' go of the day. So that's in your feminine flow, your feminine energy. And part of that is of a gatherer sort of being, which is in your being. in your energy. It's when back in the day, right? It's like if you had to be liked in communities to be welcomed into the tribe, or if you weren't welcomed or people didn't like you, I mean, you weren't in the tribe and you could die, right? You're out there fending for yourself as a woman. A bear could come and eat you, right? It's like your prized possession, what's in your energy, in your being, in being with others, being with your babies, right? It's like being in your heart space, in your flow. It wasn't on getting things done. It wasn't on a task at hand and we're going to get through this and accomplishments. That was a way more of a masculine energy because you're always in your mind, strategizing, thinking. Feminine energy is more in her flow, in her heart, in her voice, expressing herself, using her body to express herself, and more circular motions. It's not so direct and linear, which is how women we have to be nowadays, which is also a sort of phase of attracting. It creates harder way to attract a masculine man because we are also in a very masculine nature, and in our polarity it just won't work. If you're in a masculine, you're not going to attract a very masculine partner. You're going to attract the opposite, which is a more feminine being, right? You just tell him what to do and he does it. So not a leader. And so I really want to focus today in this episode. I have a lot to say, as you can see, so many different layers that we can go into. And I feel like the first one for you to understand that would make it easier for you to notice and grasp what I'm saying and how this affects who you're attracting is in becoming a magnet. Means, especially in the dating phases, to really be in your wholeness. Like I mentioned before, a strong and powerful woman is a happy and fulfilled woman. It's your energy. That's where you can impact someone to change, invite someone to step up, to do what you want them to do. It comes from your energy. Who are you being? Are you happy and fulfilled already? And the reason why this is so important is because I've seen time and time again, not just within myself, but especially in dating, when we really like someone, we have made up a story about them and now we want things to work out. So we have become attached, right? Our feelings are involved. So now we just really like the guy and we want things to work out. And when I say this, it's because there's a part of a woman, when her feelings are attached to this person, we want to make the most of it. We want to make excuses and reasons why, he isn't doing certain things. And we start to diminish what we really want. And with that comes focusing more on him than on you. Then we start thinking what he is or isn't doing, thinking what he should and shouldn't be doing, and we start to slowly give our power away. We start to move away of really being happy and fulfilled, whole, right? I'm complete, nothing is missing. I am loving my life. I love who I am. Oh, he wants to hang out today. Oh, that's great. An extra cherry on top, right? It's like, oh, wow, okay, great. Or he wants to hang out next week. Okay, perfect. I'm in love with my life. I know who I am. And we really start to hyper focus on this other person, which leads to us ignoring our desires, our heart, our voice, second guessing ourselves, doubting. And that diminishes your magnetism because now you are focused on this other person because he isn't planning the dates. He isn't texting you as much as you'd like. And now we're in this waiting energy of like, when he texts me, I'll feel all right. When he does certain things, then I can calm myself down. Then I'm like, oh, I'm the bomb ass baddie that I am, right? It's like, okay, now we're back. Never mind, he texted me. I'm back on. Yeah. It's like those moments we are not becoming magnetic. And this is a pattern. Notice where in your life, relationships is just an area of your life where you continue to do the same pattern. Where you're doing one thing, you're doing everything. So what areas of your life do you sort of wait for others to approve of you, for others to validate you, recognize you before you're like, okay, then I feel really safe being me now. Okay, now I can be my true self. Let me see, do they feel okay with me doing the day? And it's like we're seeking outside validation, outside recognition, or outside of approval before we can fully own who we are, right? We want to be the opposite. We want to be in our wholeness of a woman, our radiance, our aliveness. We are special. You are top tier. You are amazing because you are a fucking woman, right? You give birth. You are life force. You are the best of the best. You're an amazing, big-hearted, passionate woman. And where do we give our power away and become less magnetic is when we start hyper focusing on what he isn't doing, what he is doing. I have these expectations so that way I can feel okay and safe to open up my heart and just be my full self. That is what we've been taught, and that is giving your power away. That is not you owning who you are before. It doesn't matter how he is or isn't. The power is in you. Relationships are just a mirror to what the patterns of when do you self-abandon yourself? When do you tell yourself no? When do you give permission to be who you really are without needing the other person to be a particular way? Right? When are you waiting for them to show up or not show up so you can really own who you are and be the light force that you are, giving light force, the part of you who owns who she is, has boundaries, but still isn't over delivering, proving her worth, right? Doing things so it can work out or making excuses so that way it works out. And coming back to your wholeness of prioritizing your well-being, your peace, your ease, because this is what's magnetic. And this happens particularly in dating because we start really liking him, right? You really so then we start leaning in, we start leading, we start filling in the gaps where he doesn't. If he's not texting to you, then now you're texting first. Where are we now leaning in? Leading so it progresses because you want it to progress, because now your feelings are involved, right? And it's like, where can we detach from our feelings of this imperfect person and come back to ourselves, reconnect to the feelings of us, to our wholeness, to your radiance, your lightness, your worth, and remember that it's all within you. So what tends to happen in this sort of period of dating and getting to know someone and you starting to like them is part of us, and I'm just going to give you a little coaching rundown of what made it easy for me to understand and really simple so you can kind of get the whole thing of what's happening and why we feel this way as women. So what tends to happen is as you start dating someone, we made up a story about them and now we like him, right? He's just so nice. He's so wholehearted. He likes his family. He's such a great dad, whatever, that he's such a family man. Or it could be he's tall and hot, whatever that is for you. You've made up a story and now you've attached to him because a part of you, feels a little like fear. There's a fear came up. A part of you, it's like, oh my gosh, I need to attach to this person because otherwise then something is missing within me, right? Like this, if it just works out, then I would feel so fulfilled and loved and cherished and adored and amazing and special, right? If this does work out. So now a part of us has attached to this external circumstance, this man, because we want to feel, of course, that, right? We want to feel special. We want to feel adored. So now we're sort of attached in that, and we are losing our power, our magnetism, because we start losing ourselves in it. We start getting entangled in making meaning of little things if he doesn't text us. If he does, if he would become hyper focused, because now we've become, this part of us has attached to this external circumstance. So if you think about it, we gave our power away. We are now basing our well-being, our wholeness, our happiness, our fulfillment on this imperfect person that we are still getting to know. And it happens so often, especially in dating. And it's something that I had to shift within myself because just with my husband, we are two imperfect people. And with my cyclical nature, and I am more tend to be more emotional in the realm of hormones and everything else. Like, I need to take my power back and not project this lack or this insecurity or this neediness to attach and control, which comes from fear of abandonment, fear that I'll be alone, right? It's like, for women, it's so important to take care of your inner being, inner world, so we're not taking actions from this fear or lack or insecurity. We really want to come back and reconnect to ourselves in our wholeness, that we are fully whole and complete and full. This man is just an addition to my already fullness, amazing, happy, fulfilled life. Okay. We're not expecting him to do anything in a particular time, in a particular way, for you to feel happy and fulfilled, because that is who you truly are. And in dating, what happens? We tend to give our power away to someone who is busy, has their own wounds, has their own life. And then we start to wait. And we stop living our lives, and we start prioritizing them in our thoughts and in our feelings, which make us feel bad, right? We start doubting, we start second guessing. And this is so normal, seen in social media, right? Like, the woman is always expecting the man to do certain things so she can feel better. And this is just giving your power away over and over and over again. So my style of coaching and guiding you in this process is really coming back to yourself, to your own power in you, creating the life that you want, the love life of you want, the dreams, and not anything external, nothing external. It's within you. Where are you allowing him, external circumstances, a text message, a not planning a date, for you to feel less about yourself or not as loved or not as special? Notice those patterns, because I can assure you this is happening in other areas of your life where we're waiting, we're giving our power away with our kids, in our careers. What is that with our mothers or sisters, family, whatever it may be? Where are we waiting for another person to give us that validation, to give us that approval or that recognition, so you can feel really whole and fulfilled and happy and alive and being you as a strong and powerful woman, which is being happy and fulfilled. So one of the ways to become a magnet, especially in dating stages, right, from 0 to 3 months, is I want you to notice that this is the time where all your fears and insecurities are going to start to come up, because we really like this person. And because we really like this person, we start to make excuses for ourselves to go with the flow. We don't want to be too needy. We start making up excuses to dim what we really want, to not express, or to just be okay with what we are receiving. And this is a pattern, especially for women, to just settle or be content or be okay. And it's like, you shouldn't ask for too much. He's a great guy, right? Notice where you yourself, he's just a projection of how you treat yourself, or where you're waiting for them to show up, waiting for them to plan the date, for you to be your full self. Be with your open heart, be in your radiance. Can you be in your open, full, true self? And then when you're with them, if you want something else, nope. Right? It's like, can you allow yourself to live with an open heart, with your true self, with your radiance, with your freedom? And if he wants to take things further or things that you didn't like, it's like, I'm good, thanks. Right? And then talk about it then, instead of making this huge thing of you need to be like this. We need to looking outside for things to change so you can feel safe and free to be who you truly are. And part of the reason is we become attached. So when a part of us becomes attached is because to something external, is because we are not giving that part that needs our love, our attention, our care, right? Our presence with that part of us to feel whole again. That is it. Anytime we're trying to find solutions external to change, we are not in our power. We are creators. Came here to attract and to receive great love from how we feel inside. So we're looking for anything external of us to change so we can feel better about ourselves. We've already lost. We've already abandoned ourselves. We're already in our victim mentality because now we're waiting for something external to change so you can fully own your life in this moment. You can fully be in love with yourself and life in this moment. So it's really about realizing, where are you giving your power away, waiting for them to do something so you can feel great about yourself, about life, secure, safe, fully seen, fully heard, in your magnificence, in your radiance, which is your magnetism, being happy and fulfilled. So let me know how this is landing, because I think it's so important to have these conversations where most women do not do this. And it gets hard. Dating becomes heavy. Now you're having conversations. We're having full-on discussions over text of why he didn't do something so you can feel better, why he isn't following up, or why he is inconsistent. We become like moms, just overly focused on what he isn't doing, when that's not the case. If you want to be in your feminine power and attract confident, committed, masculine man, you need to come back to yourself, to your happy and fulfilled self. He'll figure it out. Right? If you're not in it, like if you're like, okay, well, maybe next week, it's like, oh shit, let me change my strategy here. Something's going on. He'll start to lean back in because you're so magnetic. You're so happy and fulfilled with yourself, but that's not really where you want to go, right? It's like if he wants to take the boat this way, but you wanted to go this way, it's like, I'm okay. I think I'd rather do this. He's like, oh shit, you want to do that? Okay, let's do that. Right? It's like we are now navigating through our own sensations and our well-being instead of talking and continuing to repeat ourselves, and so he can get it. And it's like part of how men also process information is a lot different than women, right? Women are more verbal. We like to talk. So we think that if we talk more, then they'll get it. And that's part of a differences between masculine and woman. It's like he is more of actions, right? So if you're apprehensive about something, you're resisting something, there's not much to say. You can just tell in your body, right? He can pick it up. It's like, oh, she didn't like that. Let's try something else. So there's not much talking to do. That just becomes more heavy because you're still focused on what's coming up and what are the expectations. And reality is you're giving all that power. You're focusing, and it's diminishing your magnetism because we're focused in it and we want it to work out. And it's like, I'm good. Thank you. Right? It's like, I'm good. I'm coming over here because your priority is your well-being. It's not in it working out. It's not in him liking you. It's not having approval. You're fully being yourself. You are committed to your well-being, to your wholeness, to feeling alive, to having fun with this man, to getting to know him. And that's it. We're not attaching. We're not hoping things work out. We don't know. Especially if he's in late 30s or 40s. It's like this man came from his own experiences, from his own marriages, his own kids. He has this whole thing. So we are getting to know them, and it is not our job to try to change them so we feel better about ourselves, so we can open up and be free. It's time for you to open up and be free first. You go first. And then if he wants to lead the direction in a certain way, you can sort of guide that invitation by your actions. Like, I'm okay. It doesn't have to be this full-blown discussion, text message, paragraphs, talks on the phone of what's going on, what's going right. It's like, how can we take and become really magnetic by you prioritizing your well-being and noticing the parts of you that become afraid or fear of abandonment or insecure, anxious because you don't feel safe, something that they are doing. That is you giving literally your power away by focusing on another person that you can't control so you can feel better in the moment. And we become less magnetic because we're not happy and fulfilled. This is really about creating relationships with intentionality where you feel good about yourself 24/7. We are able to feel whole in our radiance, in our specialness, right? In our magnetism, in our magnificence, and we're creating and molding relationships as they come. We are built. It's not handing them the reins of our heart And if he does something, we feel great. If he doesn't, then no. It's so much drama, work. It's just so much heaviness to have to deal with this, and something that we've been taught from society, from movies, right? Like things external out of you affect how you feel. And that is just not the case. We are doing that to ourselves because unconsciously we've given them the power. If he doesn't text you, if he does, you're still great. Because you know you're amazing, you're an amazing woman, you're wholehearted, you're passionate, you are filled with life, you love your life, you love yourself. It's like, okay, you're just noticing, is this man for me? Right? Is the patterns that he's coming here, do I want to be contacted just once a month? Do I just want to be taken out? Do I want to be picked up? You're noticing the patterns, and you're still feeling amazing with yourself because this man is not doing anything to me. I'm doing everything to myself based on the meanings that I'm making out of it. So it becomes a little less attached, and you are still in your power. You are magnetic. You're an amazing woman, and you know that. Right? We know that. And now we're testing. It's an experiment. We're testing if this man will work out or not. Not that big of a deal. We're getting to know him. We're testing. The problem happens when our feelings get involved. We make up a story, and now he's the father of our kids, right? It's like we're not even in the second month and we want everything to work out. It's like, how are you creating the suffering with yourself? And now we're wanting him to act a certain way, not so we can feel better about ourselves, right? It's like, if we're not in an exclusive relationship, this man has free reign, just as you have free reign to talk to anyone that he wants, that you want, because none of you are exclusive. Where are we giving our power away for it to work out? We become attached, our feelings are involved, and now they have the full hand. This imperfect human has the full hand of your heart. And you lost your day, you lost yourself, you have a closed heart, you're protected now because you're waiting for them to show up for you when you're not even showing up for yourself. So let me know how this episode is landing. I know it's really a true revelation of different way of living, of really taking the power of your well-being, because that is your impact. We don't have to say much to men. Men are super simple and practical. You don't have to go in these paragraphs and talks. It's like, I'm good, thank you. Right? It's like your actions speak more than your words. We don't have to spend so much time. You are the one who's sort of guiding the relationship based on where you are fully alive, right? And this is the work. This is staying magnetic, coming back to yourself, reconnecting to yourself, prioritizing your well-being. And where are we hyper focusing on someone else, something external, where we're waiting to feel our wholeness, feel our radiance, just because someone isn't doing what you would like them to do for you to feel safe. And it's time you start feeling safe no matter what they do, because they do not have the reins to your heart. You do. The reins to your emotions. You do. And where are we noticing that we are giving that power to them? Because it didn't show up a certain way, now I'm pissed off, I'm bitter and angry, or I'm anxious and I'm doubting myself. Where are we giving those powers to someone else? Because we are doing that to ourselves. And not just relationships, you guys. It's like career. Where are we doing that with our family, with anything else? Because that is something that we continue to give our power away instead of us staying in our own well-being, peace, ease, love, and everything else, abundance. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. I would love to dive deeper into this topic. I know I have a lot to say, and I just want to break this down into little nuggets where you can start to see, where am I giving my power away? Where am I focusing on external circumstances, on him to do something, not do something? It's like, that's so depleting of your energy, because you continue to focus on someone else and not the main person that matters, not the prize that is you. You are your biggest competition. You are the prize. It's you and your well-being, your energy as a woman. That is your most magnetic thing. And every time we think about someone else, we deplete our energy because we're focused external and not internal in your amazing humanness. So if you have any questions about this, what I'm saying, what the heck is going on, or your particular situation, email me at maria@iamcoachmaria.com. Bye.